because YouTube has been giving me issues. So picks up, then we'll do our normal introduction and then we'll get started. Come on, YouTube. I don't want to do this and you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Totally not doing what I'm supposed to do. Oh, there's YouTube. What's up, folks? Sorry for the delay. We started at 8:40 instead of 8:30 today. We had to get some things taken care of. So this week on Spectator Mode Podcast, you have myself, you have Rob, and you have Matt. We're doing things a little differently. We're going to talk about real quick. Then we're going to roll the banner, and then we're going to get right to it because I think that's funny and kind of interesting. Anyway, a couple topics we got this week. We got Matt wants to talk about the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo. And I think we all should.
As do I.
HBO announced the Last of Us live action series adaptation. Ghost of Tsushima gets a release date, and I've already put my money down for that. Thank God. Mm-hmm. And let's talk about everybody's favorite bear virus and what it's done so far and what it's going to do and the state it has on the gaming industry because it is not fun.
See, that was smart because the algorithm is not going to know what you just said.
Yeah, shoot it that way. All right, guys, let's roll that. Be right back in 10 seconds. All right, we're back, and I still can't believe that Steven has never heard that jingle. That's our jingle.
I know, it's a really good
podcast.
It's a 5-star jingle right there.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's ours. Nobody can have it. All right, folks. So, like I said, we've got a bunch of topics to talk about, and of course, we always go off the rails. So, keep in mind, we're sorry. We just love doing this stuff. All right. First thing up is the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo. I'm going to hit this off real quick, and I'll let Matt take it from there. Rob also has some words about this. So, Rob and I both waited to play this game at PAX East 2020.
One waited longer than the other.
I had an easier time getting to the game because they let me in, and Rob had to wait for a ticket, which was kind of busted. Yeah, it was weird. I got into PAX. I was like, hey, I want to play this game. I want to talk to your PR. They brought me in. They said, there you go. Here's the PR guy. There's a station. Go play the game. And I played it. Rob came in. It was like, they're doing a ticket system now. I'm like, that they weren't doing that shit when I was doing that.
They did a ticket system for the rest of the weekend. There was not a single other opportunity for media.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Did you get the golden ticket at least? Did you at least get that far? I got the golden ticket.
It's not in the game.
Yeah.
I did get a cool ticket though. The ticket does look cool. I'm going to keep that for a while.
That's cool. That's cool.
So the thing that really bothered me, well, not bothered me, but the demo they gave us was not the same demo that dropped on the PlayStation Network. The demo we played at PAX was an older demo, was probably like older build. It was probably the same one they showed at E3. The one we got on the PlayStation Network was so much better. There was so much stuff that were in this one. We got the introduction, we got the No Barrett and Cloud, and we got the sass from Jesse. The sex appeal they added with that character was interesting. Very interesting, that character.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But guys, go ahead and take it away because you guys are more interested in this game than I am. I played this game a billion times. I love this game. I'm going to pick up the new one, but I've still got other games to play before other than this. But go for it.
Agreed. So I personally playing the game. I didn't have the chance to play the PAX demo. I've checked Reddit and people have said what you said, that what they played at PAX feels and look completely different from the PS4 demo. Playing the PS4 demo, I enjoy what it is. It feels like they tried to reinvent the ATB system, and it plays similar to Final Fantasy Zodiac Age a bit. It has much more emphasis on different from ARPGs I would play, such as I recommend like Tales or any other ARPG I can think of right now. Those are single focus ARPGs where you could just pick one character, like your Velvet or your Lloyd Irving from Symphonia or Velvet from Vesperia, and just pick that character and just stomp the game with it. This one wants you to focus on swap characters almost consistently during battle. I don't think it's bad.
I like it. It was fun.
I like it. Yeah, it's very different because again, Square Enix does not have a good reputation making good ARPGs, and I like that they from the gate they tell you this is important. But I feel bad for like when you play the real game comes out, the first I want to say 5 levels, you get someone to join you, it will be rough, RUFF rough. But I enjoyed it. The music's good. The graphics is fine. Graphics fine. My only complaint in the game is I feel like it reminds me a lot of Zodiac Age from design points. Barrick is I love him always, and I think this is a great direction when they do remakes of games, because I was hoping just throw some graphics, keep the ATB system, and just whatever. And that's I give the demo 5 stars. I was
gonna say, so after all this, what are you saying about the demo? Do you not like it? Do you like it?
I hated it. It was terrible.
Oh no, I liked it. I'm just saying that there's just similarities to it. I enjoy. That's what I enjoyed about it. My displeasure of it, it's a demo. So
Fair
always.
enough.
Well, yeah.
What did you think about the combat system? I'm gonna let you talk, Rob. I'm just curious because he has a lot of opinions about this game. We can tell that Matt is very opinionated about this game.
Yeah, I think the combat system of the game, like I said, they changed it. It's still Final Fantasy VII-esque, but it plays a lot more, like I said, Zodiac Age with the ATB system. I feel like they're trying to be an action, like Square Enix is trying to take a direction of action RPGs, and they always not had a good direction action RPG direction. I mean, the best action RPG could be considered Rob and I's most hated game, the Kingdom Hearts series. And even then, it's not really an action RPG. It's just hit X until you win, plus triangle sometimes.
Was that you who did that comment on Twitter saying hit X? No, it wasn't you. It was somebody else. Somebody said the same comment you said. I just got done playing this one game.
I think Rob told me this joke prior.
Just hit X all the way through.
Yeah, Rob told me this joke backstage. I didn't know it was on Twitter, and I believed it because I put my brains together. Like, yeah, he's right. This is the game.
Okay, so somebody else did that. Somebody else made the same comment. They said they just got done playing a game. They just got done playing one game, and it required them. Oh, it was somebody who played Neo 2. They just played Neo 2, and they said, I just got done playing this game, and now I'm playing this demo, and all I'm doing is hitting X to win. It's like, oh, okay, I guess. Anyway, Rob, go ahead. I'm going to show now.
Yeah, so, I mean, I had the pleasure to play it at PAX as well as play it at home. What was it, like a couple days after? And it was just really good because it felt more complete compared to the PAX demo, which is literally just the E3 demo. You do the reactor boss battle, you hit a couple mons and basic battles at the beginning, but then you just do the boss battle and that's it. So it was a pleasant surprise to actually have it where it did the demo that was originally given to media later on from E3, I think, where people got like the full on, it starts with the intro, leads straight into the train, and then they get off. So when we got to play it from there, I was like pretty well impressed. I mean, the game is beautiful. That's one thing that I love pointing out about this game is that it's fantastic. Like, it made the transition from 360p graphics to 4K graphics, and it looks great.
Let's put it this way. We went from blocks to real fingers.
Did it make your PlayStation go sound like a jet? Because my PlayStation 4 Pro was going the entire time I played.
Honestly, I don't know if I noticed, which is weird because
you were too immersed.
My PS4 Pro is literally like right behind there. So I don't know. It didn't really make that much noise, I don't think. But I mean,
that thing was going hard.
Yeah, but I mean, like, aside from that, I like the game a lot, and I like the action style as somebody who enjoys playing Kingdom Hearts. As much as I can. I'm not saying I love it.
No, my opinion is Kingdom Hearts Uno and Dos has much more decision making when you're fighting, while Kingdom Hearts 3 you could just literally turn your brain off in most section of fights.
Yeah, but I will say that Final Fantasy VII does everything that it can to not have that happen. If you literally try to button mash during combat, you die. Especially in the boss battles, it's very important.
And the best part is the game is telling you the legs are the weakness. Please hit the legs. No, I'm just going okay. Oh, okay. Just go do you do.
Yeah, and then the boss is gonna blow you away with the EMP attack. It has like this AOE attack that it'll do. Like, you can't just sit there and mash on it. That's what I like about it a lot.
No,
and like it brings the concept of turn-based back, but not in the form that people are aware of. People think like, okay, I sit here, I wait, this person attacks, I'm going to stand here and take it, and then I will do it. It's not like that in this game, but it still brings like some of that strategic aspects to it.
Right.
Because you still have the abilities, and you have the spells and stuff, some of which are old limit breaks that have now just been turned into abilities that you can use mid-battle, because the combat now is more geared towards a character's specialty rather than just like, you can put the materia on this person and they will be this type of mage or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's actually like, okay, Cloud is like the all-around just generic fighter class. He's gonna fight. He also has like a Punisher mode where he becomes much stronger and he does more damage, but he's less defensive. Right. Whereas Barrett is more for like long range attacks. He's like a big tank, so he can take a lot of damage. And he, at least in the demo, was given some support elements too, because he's the only one with the cure spell and like he's playing from behind, right? Because he's going to be playing at range, so he is technically kind of a heavy support type of character.
He's a heavy medic. That's what.
Yeah, pretty much. And it was really cool because it actually makes you want to switch between the different characters, which is really cool too, because you can actually go from Cloud to Barrett, and they each have their own fighting style that's distinct to them, and it's super cool. It's not just press X to attack and then they just do a thing. It's like you can specifically position yourself somewhere where you're taking less damage, but you're actually able to hit them at range with Barrett. Or if you're Cloud, you can go, in the boss battle, you can go behind the scorpion tail to do the most damage, while Barrett from afar is still able to do some minimal damage to the shield, even though,
but just enough to,
exactly.
Plus, he was the only one that had bolt too, so there was that.
And the best way to describe his point is it's not a traditional turn based, but it's like I said, ATB action time bar.
Yep.
Which is something people play Chrono Trigger for, or played I Am Setsuna. Those games are phenomenal for doing that. Those two particular. So I'm happy for that, because it also, like I said, if you ever played Zodiac Age Final Fantasy, I think it was Final Fantasy 12 or 11.
Yes, 12.
12, yeah. 11 was the MMO. Always get them mixed up. 12 and 11 always mix you up. And 12 was almost the same way, but it had a little I call it loading screen. You locked on, then you have to do your,
Yeah,
Gambit
I
system,
enjoyed it a lot. Yeah. I had a great time with it. And
how many times did you play it?
I only played it once, because that was enough for me.
Once?
But I enjoyed it a lot.
Wow, I thought
you played how many times I played it.
I've been thinking about it a lot, because the thing is...
Damn, what's with you guys? Well, you guys let me play it more than me.
Because I'm the one. Have you seen my critical review? I gave a critical 4 times. I spent there and played. Okay, let me see what this game is really about.
Yeah, I immediately took it and kind of went back and compared it to the original opening, which I thought was really cool too, because there's a lot of like little references here and there that harken back to the original, but like there are different things. Obviously there are some plot changes that they're in the demo, so I guess I'll bring them up here because there's not really spoilers. But like, how in the original you're part of Avalanche, you blow up the Mako reactor, and that was your bomb that blew it up. In the demo, they changed it so that your bomb doesn't go off, but Shinra goes in and blows up everything instead.
Yep.
And they make you a quote unquote scapegoat, even though you were planning on doing that anyway.
Yeah.
So,
somebody on Twitter said this game was less of a remake and more of a re-imaging, and I tend to agree with that. They're changing just enough that it's not the same game that we played back in the day, and that's what's got me, because I went into it thinking, oh, it's just the same game I played many times on PlayStation and on PC, but it's not. The fact that they went and changed all that, I'm interested in what else they changed in this game.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. I'm really excited to see what's different. I mean, even in just the opening alone, like when they put out that opening cinematic before I actually went and played the demo, like I went through and watched that opening several times, and it's vastly different compared to the original because it's like, it's ominous. You can hear a certain character's theme in the background during the whole opening sequence. And like, there's themes of death. There's themes of like passing away, dreary. It's like, it's full of dread compared to the original, which is just like, has this hopeful, like a hero's journey. They introduce Eris, and it's like, wow, this is insane. Like, oh, this is going to be such a cool world. The new remake intro opening, it's just makes it sad. It's foreshadowing in a horrible way, horribly good way. And it's got a very different feel. And I know for sure that's going to be pervasive throughout the whole game.
Yeah.
Whenever we get the rest of it.
Depressing.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah. To be fair, Final Fantasy will start depression. Final Fantasy VII is pretty depressing compared to 8 and 9.
It is. It definitely.
I think that was a good choice, in my opinion, to let you know.
So I think we're all in agreement that it was a great demo, and we all can't wait to play the game now.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I was already hooked, but this only made it better.
Oh boy, I'm surprised. I would have thought that one of us had a negative take on this demo, but we all enjoy it.
My only negative take of the game It's a demo. That's it. It's a demo.
So basically, you're basically saying, I can't wait to play this full game. It's what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I can't believe they did that. Like, they made it to a demo. Those ungrateful peons.
Hey, it's to tie this over because they had to delay it a little while. They put it out on the date it was supposed to come out. It was a cutesy little thing.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Gosh darn that beer virus.
Oh my god, that damn beer virus. You know what? Our video got hit already. It already got hit because I put coronavirus in the details. And it looked inside the details. Are you kidding me?
Come on, man.
Come on, YouTube. This is stupid. Everybody's talking about this damn virus. You should, and whatever. You know what? I'm not gonna worry about it.
Just say beer. Just say virus.
Yeah. Beer. Anyway, switching gears. So everything that we love near and dear has been turned into a live action adaptation. We've got our cartoons, like Mulan, Lion King, things of that nature, and now they're doing it to our games again. I mean, they already done it to some of our games. You know, Sonic, which was amazing. Thank God, it was freaking awesome. If you haven't seen it, it might be too late now, right?
No, I think it's
still in. Very limited, but it's still in there.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Sonic, go see Sonic. It's amazing. I've seen it 3 times now. Great.
Wow. Saying
it. I know. It's a great movie. I'm sorry. But we got news that Last of Us, yes, the same game, is being turned into a live action adaptation on HBO. And the same director or the creator of Chernobyl series is going to be attached with it. That's going to be interesting. I don't think they've said what direction they're going to take this game, though.
I do want to point out that not only the Chernobyl director, but also the director from The Last of Us is in it too. Neil Druckmann is going to be a part of the production, which is a really important point, I think, because I mean, most like video game adaptations, they'll take some notes from the person who created the IP, but they might just want to do their own take, which has happened a lot of times and has failed most of the time. This time, now there's actually somebody involved from the game. Like it's a good sign, I think, and I'm really excited for it just because in general, I think they're gonna want to make it a faithful adaptation in some way, whether it's they take all the existing characters or they just make something completely new in the world. I mean, either way works for me.
Yeah, I like the fact that he's attached because he's pretty much saying, this is my baby. You're not going to mess this shit up. Yeah. I enjoy that. Yes, please be attached. Anybody who's doing this in the future, if you're vested in your property, something that you helped mold over the years, you should be attached to it because it shows that you care. Now, they haven't said anything specific of what we can expect. And this is my problem with this. I don't want it to follow the game. I want if they're going to do this, honestly, I don't want Ellie or Joel to be attached to this whatsoever. I want something to take place in this world on new characters going through something that's sort of related to what's happening in this world, but not directly attached. I don't want to see the main characters that we've all played with and will play with The Last of Us 2. I want a complete new set of people, or maybe people that cross paths with them, or people that got affected by whatever those two had done in the game. That makes more sense. Like what they're doing with Star Wars. And I know it's not a good example, but The Mandalorian, they gave us a completely original story, and it was amazing. I want something like that. Don't say it wasn't great. Don't say The Mandalorian.
No. What you're asking for is Fear the Walking Dead, or what I used to call a new IP. That's what you're asking for.
We're not a new IP.
Because
something in the same IP
already kind of existed in Star Wars lore and the novels. So just saying, as a nerd,
exactly something that exists in the world already, but
it already so it's like to me, what you're asking for is I want The Last of Us, but with newer paint. And it's like, my personal take of it, I would like just a retelling of the first game on TV. That's it. That's all I ask for.
But we've already played the game. That's the thing. What can you tell us new about it?
See, that's the best part. Because here's the thing. The bar is set so low for survival horror series because Rob can give us, oh my God, wrong direction. Rob can give us more details on that because he watched The Walking Dead like I have. Haven't you?
I did, yeah. So that's the thing, right? Because zombie shows, zombie games, zombie media in general has been done over into oblivion, right? And
games.
Yeah, and games. So any kind of zombie media has been done into oblivion. I mean, it's the reason why a lot of major motion pictures don't do it anymore is because they've done it already. There's not much flexibility in that. And I think, at least in terms of games, The Last of Us did prove that there is, a chance to make a truly unique story in that, whether you enjoy the story or think it's as impactful as it was, I mean, it was still a very popular game in a genre or a subgenre that people didn't consider relevant anymore. And so the fact that they're making a TV show, like, I think it's an opportunity to capitalize on that in a TV format. You know, I mean, you brought up The Walking Dead before. I mean, I think the clear difference between The Walking Dead and The Last of Us is going to be what that narrative direction is going to be, because a lot of The Walking Dead, when it first came out, focuses specifically on the survival aspect, not about if there's a goal in place that somebody's trying to do. And for a little while, it is pretty good. I mean, there's some episodes in The Walking Dead that are thoroughly enjoyable, but a lot of the time it's just like you feel like there's a lot of aimlessness, and people are just picking up on a few things that they need to do to survive, and they focus on some characters, but it just feels like nobody's going anywhere. You know, we focus on a specific person, and they figure it out, and they figure out what they need to do, and there's development there, but that's it. You know, everybody's sticking to the same spot until something really big happens at the end, and then they move. It feels like it stagnates a lot until something very big happens.
Right. It's the same thing in the comics. Like, even, for example, I think I'm going to do it a TV show. I gave up on the TV show a while back.
Negan was like 4 episodes and stopped. So
Negan was captured by the bad guys, and then somehow he escaped just because they have no villains. And that's why Robert Kirkman's not a good writer in some aspects to create a Walking Dead. I think his best work was Invincible, but that's a whole different thing. That's a comics thing. But the thing is, that's the problem about Walking Dead. In The Last of Us, there is a direction. We learn that Joel is a liar. Joel lied to her, to the small girl, Ellie, right?
Ellie.
Yeah, he lied to Ellie at the end of that game, which proves there's more to the journey. And there's a second game that comes up many times. Like, to me, I feel because, and it was only by Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog knows how to end their stories, regardless how I feel hurt about no Jack and Daxter and no more Uncharted.
Oh boy,
they ended their games. At least they'll do that. So
I would love for them to focus on the Fireflies. There was so much that they could have did on them.
On what, Fireflies?
Yeah, the militia group that was in the game, the first game.
Maybe they'll have a bigger important role in the second game, depending.
Maybe we'll have to wait and see. But we're so far away.
If we're to follow any of the leaks and stuff or whatever, I mean, apparently there's going to be a lot of flashbacks that introduce the Fireflies a lot more. So
I haven't followed any leaks. I want to go into this game fresh. Anything that's leaked or rumored, I've been tuning it out. I don't.
Then
care.
I will say no more.
I don't care. I want to have my vacation. I want to sit down in front of my TV with my drink and just say, you know what? I don't want an adult right now. I'm going to play this game. Leave me the hell alone. Which never happens because something always comes in the way and stops me from playing. Yeah, interesting. I guess we'll have to wait to see what happens with this series. I want them to go to a different direction, but nobody said anything. Neil Druckmann hasn't said anything. We probably won't hear a thing for a while.
I don't expect them to go a different direction as far because as Rob pointed out, the genre's oversaturated. It's been done to near death. People have just like about it, you know. Because it's like the main zombie series that's out right now is just mindless nothing. It's just a soap opera that never ends. It goes on and on, my friend.
It does. I mean, is Walking Dead really a good example? I mean, there have been other zombie shows on TV that I guess were okay.
Here's the thing. Zombies TV shows or limited TV series, but in that format, limited TV, or movies, it's just a movie. The Walking Dead is the most recent and pop cultural reference, but now it's sliding down the cave because when people want to see Last of Us, they're going to think The Walking Dead.
Because it's overdone. Everybody's tired of this shit. I'm tired of it.
Exactly. And then, like I said, they had a spin-off show called Fear the Walking Dead, which is just god-awful. It was just, they were trying to do what you suggested, something fresh and new with it, but it was just blood bad.
Well, here's the thing, because it's not even like fresh and new. It's like they took the same template and were just like, let's go to a different coast. And then they just kind of did the exact same thing. But yeah.
How long did that show last?
3 seasons, I think.
Oh, well, pretty long then. Huh. Again, I don't watch The Walking Dead. I don't watch anything.
No, like I said,
the
Fear the Walking Dead, I think, lasts 3 seasons. But in my opinion, the survival horror as a TV concept, I think people are a little like about it. They're like, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, maybe. Well, we'll just have to wait and see what happens with this. It's based on a popular game, so right there and there, it's going to attract gamers, and that's probably all they're shooting for. If it attracts more people, so be it, because gamers are one of the biggest consumption groups of media in the world. So,
that's
they know who they're going for. They know who they're going for. All right, so moving on. Ghost of Tsushima, I think I'm saying the name right, has a release date. Finally, Now, I know I was waiting for this game. I think Rob is waiting for this game as well.
I'm waiting for this game.
And
I'm
you're
pretty excited for it. I mean,
okay, cool.
I mean, it when I looked at it, it reminded me of I'm a huge samurai nerd, a real samurai nerd.
But did you play Neo? But did you play Neo?
Neat. I didn't like that game actually.
See,
I didn't like that game for 2 reasons. Why is an English white man pretending to be a samurai? Screw that.
It was based on history.
History? Oh, yeah, like Tom Cruise, The Last Samurai. No, get out of here.
I knew you were going to invoke the Last Samurai.
Exactly, no. I downloaded Neo 1. I played it. I didn't like most aspects of it. It felt like to me at the time, and I still look at like just a Japanese Dark Souls clone. There isn't much variety in the game. Mechanically, it's on the weaker side. The weapons are cooler. That's all I can say about it.
We must have not played the same game because it is way deeper than any Dark Souls game.
Deeper and less fun. Because as someone who plays fighting games, anytime I find a derivative I can copy pasta, the game's dead to me.
I'd say it was better than Dark Souls. Completely better than Dark Souls. And better than Sekiro.
I think Sekiro is a harder game because they focus more on parry defensing rather than dodging. So
that's the thing. You can also do that in Neo too. The really skilled can do that in Neo.
Yeah, but the problem is in the parry animation frame. I'm gonna say wait. That's frame data.
He doesn't like it. All right, just put it down. He doesn't like it. But why are you excited for this one?
Looks good. It reminds me of the Onimusha-esque feel. I love the graphics. The guy who did the prologue sold me, and I don't know the gameplay yet, but I'm excited to see what it is, and I hope the gameplay is a standard action game because I have been playing action games like crack lately. I've been playing a crap ton of replaying Devil May Cry 5 and just looking up tech for this game. I love it. I've been replaying Devil May Cry 4 for no reason, and I've been playing a whole bunch of indie or Asian games that came over to here on Steam, like Bladed Fury and Kung Fu Strike, etc. You know, just having an action kick lately, so I hope it plays like an action game.
We haven't seen much or any gameplay for Ghost of Tsushima, but they said it plays like an action adventure stealth game, so like Tenchu, which is the same thing that Sekiro played as. So they may be the same. They haven't said anything regarding the mechanics. They kept everything completely quiet. Yeah, so people that play this game are going to go in completely shocked, other than people who get access to the game early to review it. And influencers, I'm looking forward to it because like you, I'm a big fan of games that are based in ancient Japan and samurai and those periods. I really like those kind of games, and we really don't have any. The last one we had outside of Sekiro was Tenchu. And how long ago was that?
Actually, if you skip Tenchu, technically Onimusha. That was it. Tenchu,
I didn't play that game.
Well, see, that's why you and I are different. I love Onimusha. You're like, oh, Tenchu.
I mean, I'm just genuinely interested in this game because I like Sekiro a lot. I mean, it's not really like the game itself is kind of attaching to me. I feel like I'm just getting to a point where I like the setting of it a lot more. Because, I mean, we've talked about it before where I'm not like the biggest Dark Souls fan, but I played the crap out of Sekiro. And I
don't blame you. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I played Sekiro because I liked it a lot, and like
Sekiro is, in my opinion, Sekiro is a much harder game, but the game isn't as like Dark Souls, or I feel Nihon just beats you over the head, letting you know you don't know what you're doing too many times. Sekiro is like, hey, you may have messed up here.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoy a challenging game, sure, but even then, I was just like more interested in the world and going through it and everything. And like, I love the combat in that game. Don't get me wrong, but like, it was more linear than a Dark Souls game, so I wanted to kind of see where it was going, and like, it's guiding me along rather than just kind of like, here's this vague storytelling thing that you might pick up on if you're a fan, and it's just like, all right, well, I'm good. I'll stick to the straight line, at least for now, and enjoy my combat.
Yeah, I did appreciate that with Sekiro. That was one of the biggest things I loved about it, and that is also one of the biggest things I hate about the Dark Souls game. The story is homework. I have said it before. It's doing essays. Yeah, you have to look at every item and look at everything to find out what the lore is and understand what exactly has happened. And even then, you don't understand that. So you got to go on YouTube and all these written articles that explain the lore of Dark Souls and what happened. I love the games, but I never loved that aspect. I hated it.
The Southpaw lore is actually, the Dark Souls lore is actually pretty well written and well good.
It's
problem is, it's like I like what. That's why I feel like it.
Like I said, there's a lot of great channels on YouTube that talk about the lore and the characters. Definitely check those out if you're interested in that. But getting back to Ghost of Tsushima, so we got a release date, June 26th. we've got 3 different versions of the game. We've got the standard game. Actually, we have 4 different versions of the game. Excuse me. We have the standard game, $59.99. We've got a digital deluxe, which is $69.99, and includes some in-game content. We've got 2 physical editions, a special edition, and then which is what was the special edition? 69, I think, as well.
I think so. I think it's 79 or something.
Let me go back and check that real quick. And then you got the collected edition, which is $169. I put some money down on that because it's only reason why I did it. If you look at the collected edition, you'll see what it comes with. It's very interesting. So
you should give me some collector editions.
So the physical edition, the special edition is the same price as the digital deluxe. It's the same thing. It's just a physical version of it. And then the collector edition comes with a steelbook. You guys know I love my steelbooks. It comes with an actual mask that you're wearing in game. It comes with a physical art book, and it comes with a cloth map and the war banners from the game. So I get to hang them on my wall.
Yeah,
cool.
This edition actually looks fantastic. I'm not gonna lie. Like the wall banner looks so cool.
Exactly. The downside is only available at GameStop. They're doing that crap again.
I feel like that's all games though. They always end up being like, oh yeah, the physical edition, at least in the US, it's only gonna be at GameStop. I mean,
but isn't this the same company that's going out of business eventually? Apparently.
Maybe we don't know. Honestly, maybe we'll get a new investor.
No, we don't know.
We don't know. But
yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah. It's just weird. Go
ahead.
Yeah, my thing about I was gonna say about our friends at the GameStoppos is that GameStoppos, yeah, our friends. It's like they don't seem to get it, and I really do get it when it comes to proper customer service or ideology is fair. Like we all know, you're gonna take my game and slap it back on there. You are giving me less than at best a fourth of the value at best. Or less than a fourth of the value. Why would I give it to you?
They're trying to make money. I don't want to go into that because that's not just customer service.
That's a whole other argument.
Yeah, that comes from the top down. And I mean, if you want to get the customer service, the GameStops I go to, the people are amazing. They know their shit.
Oh yeah,
they love talking about games. I can sit there and talk to them for hours about games, and they're cool people.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate. It's not like every GameStop is like that. But the problem the GameStop is the corporate and the management are going, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. And they're wrecking their entire experience for people. That's why they're going out the window. So whatever. Yeah. Sorry.
Corporate culture.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that game, June 26th. So I will have to say, PlayStation has a really interesting next couple of months because we got Resident Evil, even though it's not a PlayStation experience or exclusive. We've got Final Fantasy, we've got Neo, we've got Ghost of Tsushima, which is more than enough to keep you guys busy for the next.
Oh, there's more. Persona 4 Royale.
I don't care about that.
Yeah, exactly. So you're a hater. You just don't like the fun times.
Rod's playing that game. Rod's playing that game.
That's a certain game I may or may not be able to talk about right now.
We can't say anything, but we're playing it. How's that?
Yeah,
you're having a good time. That's all I'm saying.
I am having a good time.
Having a good time. Damn it!
Superstar. Oh wait, we're not doing that.
I love that song so much.
You guys don't want to hop into a choir real quick?
No,
we can harmonize.
Oh man, I'll just add real quick. I love the fact that movies are taking songs from back in the day and making them popular again. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah,
I'll just fantastic. Anyway, all right. We'll move on to next topic. Hey, you guys, we need to make these conversations last a little longer because we're just running through these ones now. I don't want to do that. I kind of like talking about random stuff, going off the rails.
I mean, I got random things I want to talk about.
But you want to talk about fighting game stuff. We're gonna say that for the end.
Oh no, there's other things about fighting games I want to talk about. I want to talk about things that making me upset lately about video games.
Oh boy. So we'll save that for the next. We'll save that for the end. Then
exactly. Yeah.
I mean, because we don't have anything really big. The game this week has been really slow for gaming. Unless you want to talk about the coronavirus. Oh, I mean the beer virus.
Beer disease.
So we've talked about this thing like the last couple of podcasts, and unfortunately, it's just getting worse. I wrote an article 4 or 5 days ago about what the coronavirus has done so far and speculate what it might do later, and it's kind of doing that. We've lost South by Southwest got canceled. GDC is postponed. We can just say that's canceled. What else got canceled recently? There's a lot of game events that got canceled.
There's a lot of esports events.
Yeah,
a lot of conventions and stuff too.
There's a couple. Yeah, it's 1 or 2.
It's getting ridiculous, and now there's the question I have now is, will this possibly delay, postpone E3 2020? Because this is important. This is right here. Hey, Carlos, what's up, man? Carlos wants to know, Matt, why are you stuck in the closet? Why is Matt stuck in the closet?
Why are you stuck in the closet?
No, this is the safest space in my place that I can film. If you want me to film in my work office, I'll be revealing things that I shouldn't be revealing.
You got that, Carlos? So that's why.
Yeah, just to make you feel more uncomfortable about it. There you go.
So
do you want to see the dead bodies in here? It's called taxes.
All right.
I want to see some dead bodies. But anyway,
you want to see a dead body?
Just getting back to this. So this is very important right now for E3 because this goes a couple ways. This goes from public health concerns versus this could kill E3 forever. Now listen, bear with me. This is why I'm saying this. If they decide not to cancel E3, you have the potential for companies to pull out anyway. They could say, you know what? We're not bringing our guys there. They did it for PAX. They did it for GDC. There was a couple other events that they did it for. They can do it to E3. And we also saw now by Southwest, the organizers were not going to close the event down. The city said, no, you are not going to go. They shut it down. So now we know that the cities will now intervene. The government will intervene and say, you know what? You can't have it. Shut it down. So the problem is here. If this happens, if they cancel or they get canceled or postponed, these other companies can go and do their own online streaming like Nintendo does, like Microsoft been doing, like PlayStation's been doing, and these companies can go and say, you know what? Why are we spending thousands upon thousands of dollars to go to this event? We can do it ourselves.
Yeah, and they might have to. I mean, that's kind of the thing, right? Because it's just like if it gets to the point where safety officials have to come in and regulate it and get to the point where they have to say, you can't hold this event anymore. Like it comes to a point where, and this is what I think kind of where E3 is going to fall, because I feel like as an established, like iconic gaming convention that happens every year, they're not really going to be too inclined to cancel, even if they've been having, not as successful, but still relatively okay conferences each year. I mean, we've seen that decline for sure. But like, if it gets to the point where they've had to like revamp this stuff, there's been plans that have been going out there that people like rumors and stuff where they've been trying to replan and structure E3 into something that's crazy different. And there's no way that they're going to want to just like take that and be like, no, we're gonna have to cancel this year. We can't do that because like they're gonna lose all their momentum, if they even have any.
Yeah,
and that's the thing.
That's the problem, and it goes further than just E3. Because I want to talk about everything that can be affected. Carlos made a point. He said, "Rip Evo 2020." There was some fake news that came out a couple of days ago that it was canceled, and then Mr. Wizard, Joey Cooler, excuse me, said no.
Just call him
Cooler. I'll call him Cooler.
No, what's that sandwich that came out? The McRib. He loved McRibs.
Oh God, there are no plans to cancel or postpone Evo 2020. See you in Vegas. But here's the thing: he, as an an event organizer, is saying, "Hey, we're not canceling it." But again, the city can come back and go, "You know what? Yeah, we're closing this down. Sorry."
Health risk. Yeah.
The hotel can go, "You know what? We're shutting this down. Sorry." So it's becoming a bigger issue here that these companies can be as blazing as they want to be and say, you know what, we're not going to stop it. We're not going to shut it down. And we've seen the government will step in and say, you know what? Yeah, that ain't happening. China has gotten to the point now where there are massive quarantines. In fact, people can't go to work anymore. We've got airlines flying airplanes with nobody on them. We've got ships with people on them that are being turned around. This is straight out of a movie, out of a damn game.
Yeah.
It's getting
28 years later, man.
We're at the point now that if we go to an event, we have to worry about catching this virus or disease. We're going to hotels. We might not want to do that anymore. We might not want to go to restaurants. We might not want to go to the store and go shopping. And because again, the paranoia about this, the fact that we don't know much about this, the fact that there's no treatment for this, it's scary. It's scary shit, and I don't want to scare anybody because I'm pretty sure if you've been reading or watching the news, it's very apparent. And this is a gaming podcast. We talk about gaming, but this is affecting us. Games are getting pushed back. I expect to see more games pushed back. Oculus Rift production got delayed. The Nintendo Switch Animal Crossing system production got pushed back. The TurboGrafx 16 Mini got delayed.
Yeah.
It's just one thing after another. I guarantee Last of Us might get pushed back. That's scary stuff.
It depends who develops it, because it could just be Naughty Dog America. I don't think Naughty Dog has Japanese employees, if I'm correct.
I don't know if there's one company that doesn't outsource here and there. And that's a question for them. I don't have anything.
I feel like it's not so much the development of games themselves is going to be the issue. It's going to be the manufacturing of the games,
which all is done in China.
Yeah, and pretty much anything that's releasing soon is going to have to go through physical production there, and even digital production in some ways is probably going to get affected. I mean, it's probably going to take longer. It might not necessarily be as grave as a delay, when you look at just strictly physical, but still, it's going to domino effect. I mean, there's tons of more cases coming every day, and it's granted, the severity of it is strictly towards those who are immunocompromised or just general, like the elderly folks or people who are younger or very young infants, stuff like that. Like those are the people who are the true risk.
Or those who have an issue with the autoimmune system. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's not an excuse, because like anyone can transmit it, anyone can keep it. And just because you're not going to die from it doesn't mean somebody else will. So like, this is why things are getting closed down and everything, is that the risk to all industries, not just games, is too huge. It's too much of a risk for them to not have to go through and say, hey, we need to close this stuff down. We need to cancel this. We need to keep people in their homes and safe for now, because it can be a threat.
Carlos says, well, time for United States to Mars. But here's the problem, Carlos. The people that are working on the shuttles and shit to get us to Mars may have it and affect the entire shuttle.
Only for themselves, of course.
I mean, it's gotten to the point where we've seen multiple companies, Microsoft, Bungie, Nintendo, all said, hey, our developers, our company workers are going to work from home now. If you want to work from home, you can work from home. My company, which is notorious for telling people you got to bring your ass into work, has sent out a message saying, hey, if you need to work from home, work from home. I work in Delaware, but they have offices in California, Colorado, every place. So my company is enacting this right now. So yeah, it's some serious stuff. Some serious shit.
Yeah, it's the same thing with my day job. I mean, they sent out a stuff like, I'm at the same place. I have to come in every day. There's no excuse there. But even still, they're putting out an email saying, we may have to do this. This may be our contingency plan. So, yeah, it affects everyone.
And again, guys, we're a year possibly away from a treatment.
And like I said, it's like I said before the podcast, I put it out there. It's like, it's devastating the Pacific region, Australia, Southeast Asia, China, Korea, etc., all the Asian nations. And the bad part about it is, like, we have a member, Carl. Carl is just showing us photos like, yo, my supermarket getting drained out every day. So it's like people just lost their minds.
Oh, it's going to happen here. It's going to happen here soon. It's going to happen here very soon. The more states that have reports of people having this disease or virus, the more we're going to see more pandemonium. Happen.
Right, and the pandemonium on our side is happening because our leader didn't answer the question properly. Because if you remember, you guys, Keith, you've been alive for a long time. You've seen
thank you.
You've been alive for a long time.
Proud of you.
I'm proud of you. You did it. You didn't suffer from this typical black man get knocked out at 41. You lived it.
It's very, very hard. I'll tell you that.
Exactly. So I'll be serious.
Hard.
You survived. We've seen Mad Cow. We've seen the SARS thing. We've seen West Nile, Zika, all this stuff. Each president we had, leader, whatever you want to term, has answered the question properly. We still had fear, but not as blown as this one. Our current president, quotation mark, didn't answer the question properly. So people freaking out more than they should have.
Well, first of all, he's not educated.
Well, yeah, like I said, he didn't answer the question. So, that's right there.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that guy. Anytime I hear about that guy, talk about that guy.
I know. And that's how I feel about it. It's like, do I think this disease is terrible? Oh, it's the worst. But do I think it's going to destroy America? No, this is a completely Asia problem.
Well, no, I disagree. It can destroy America. Not with its effect alone, but the fact that it's causing these people to not use their damn brain and without lack of information, and these people start doing dumb shit. How far long do we have to go till we start getting people getting so paranoid to go, you've got this disease. We must cleanse your ass.
That would be horrendous. And
oh my God. That's gonna be scary.
Yeah.
We don't need that.
No. Like at my job, I could just go short detour. They started putting posters on like how to wash your hands and how to use hand sanitizer. I'm like, bruh.
You mean like the hand sanitizer on Amazon that doesn't work because you just gotta wash your fucking hands?
Yeah, basically.
Well, I mean, I get it. You know, why wouldn't you put those things up just as a precaution anyway? I'm sure somebody from corporate is telling them to put them up anyway. I guess it can't hurt to have them. I guess my thing is that, like, I guess the main point of the discussion would be to say that, you know, it is a worldwide problem, but it is going to affect games. And, you know, if your games get delayed or whatever, if you're one of those types of people who, you know, is open to complaining to a developer or something like that, whether it's right or wrong, just something to keep in mind, because it's a very important context. I mean, people's lives can be very well be affected specifically and personally due to this. So, you know, it's just something to keep in mind, especially if it's something that's frustrating you. You know, you're really excited to play a game soon or something. You know, it's just, you know, keep it in mind that there is a pretty serious issue going around that is going to affect a lot of people. So that's just my spiel. That's
and again, guys, we're not really here to be depressing. It's just we're just here to talk about the reality of what's happening. And again, gaming podcast, we hear about the gaming events and stuff within the game industry, and we're just talking about the things that are happening. And again, E3 could be canceled. Every major gaming event could be canceled. The PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X could be pushed back, mainly because the main production is in China. Microsoft and Sony would need to lift and shift their production elsewhere, which they may not want to do.
That's costly, by the way.
Exactly. I mean, that happened. So we're in a weird time. All we can say is wash your hands, be safe out there, use your damn brain. Don't discriminate against people because you think they may have something, because you may end up having it. It's just, you stupid phone. I hate you so much. Keep saying little batteries. Yeah, it's watch yourself. That's all I can say. Use your damn brain, please. All right, we exhausted both of our topics. That was pretty quick, but it's been like almost 50 minutes. So, Matt, you got some angry, frustrating news stuff to talk about.
Frustrating news to talk about.
So
this weekend.
You got bonus round. Go for it.
Bonus round. This weekend was Super Team Sick Bug. Great tournament. I couldn't go out because I was busy at work and spending time with the lovely Cassie Brumfield. Love my life, the dream of my dreams. Anyway, my friend A3 Religion Mod did not do well in the tournament, so shout out to Not Dying. I heard it was a good tournament. Grand Blue Fantasy is fantastic. I'm glad. I wish more people played the game.
Whoa. We need to stop you for a second. I need to talk to you about that. So I haven't played the game yet. I haven't played it yet, but I keep hearing issues about the online being an issue.
Yeah, it is. This is the weirdest thing about like a lot of Arc Systems games. They use this weird lobbying netcode system that everyone knows that. Anyone's to know that rollback netcode, particularly for fighting games, is top notch. You should just do it. But Japan doesn't listen to us, so whatever, right? And that's the problem. It's netcodes like to be the worst fighting game netcodes out there right now are it's a tie. Sam Show and SF5 netcode is abysmal. That's like number one. Both of them are bad, and I play both those games. Number two, that's currently still being played. I feel King of Fighters 14 netcode is pretty horrendous. And then comes every Arc System games. They rate them in order, which is bad, a little worse between.
What would you say the best is?
The best netcode for any game, as long as it's not a current game, because it would be between, I want to say Power Rangers Battle of the Grid, and I would say Garo Mark of the Wolves, Samurai Showdown 5 Special, because they use rollback netcode.
What about Tekken 7? I think that's pretty good.
Oh, and Tekken 7 netcode is solid. I put Tekken in a weird sphere because I've seen people play matches from Tekken from this guy, Arsenal Ash, from all the way from, I think he's in Pakistan, I believe he's from. He played it from where he's from in the Middle East, all the way to some dudes in Japan. So he has some good connections. But if I try to play like, you know, fighting GM, no, not just him, like 3 blocks away because he's out like in Brooklyn or Bronx, I'll have the worst connection of my life. So it is what it is.
All right. So continuing your rant.
So I think, I'm glad the game's doing well. I think it's pretty balanced for what it is. I'm really excited to see how the scene's gonna grow up with certain characters. Like some people argue that Viscera, the the big dark man of the site was bottom 5, but then you could see him rob you with one tackle. No, Carlos. Smash is not a game I would consider to be a fighting game online. Smash is not even playable.
Oh no!
All right, if we are going to talk about it, though, I am going to weigh in and say that Smash Ultimate Online is horrendous.
It's not
terrible.
playable.
It is absolutely unplayable. 1v1s, even worse in doubles. And you can play it if you plug in and you are not worried about a severe input lag, and you're not like one of those people who is like superior enthusiast must play at the most definitive way, then you can go out and play Smash Ultimate Online and you can have a good time. But as somebody who is a competitive enthusiast who plays the game competitively, I do not enjoy it. I do not enjoy it.
Are you playing on Ethernet or are you playing on Wi-Fi?
I'm playing on Ethernet. I have the adapter. I purchased the adapter because Mashed Potato Sack of Rye told me to buy one so that I would play online properly, and I still did, and it's still horrible. So, gripes aside, if you are ultimate competitive player, it's just so tough, and I praise you if you can tolerate it.
Which, like I was saying, Smash is unplayable online because like I've seen people who actually put screenshots on Twitter or YouTube videos of the moment they logged in, the switch just turns off because it can't connect at all. It's like there's no one here. There's no
that error code immediately.
Exactly, error code. So no, Smash is not even considered a contender because it has to get online. It can't even get there.
Yeah, I will always point to the fact that there is a fan-made online mode for a certain old Super Smash Brothers game that works wonders. And
you can mention that game. Nintendo doesn't sponsor us. Say it.
Yeah.
Say it.
No, I just think that like it's incredible to me that Melee, which is older than 10 years old, is able to be played online in a relatively lag-free, for the most part, experience. Like the input lag, when you compare it directly to Ultimate, is so much better. So much better. It's insane and frankly unacceptable. But
yeah, it's just like I said, it is what it is. Like Nintendo, you guys have the same problems as fighting games, guys. It's like we found a superior way of netcode. We found it. Please use it. No. I mean, SF5 told the fans no, and that's what
they patched the game so that they couldn't put in that.
Yep.
And they're still acting like they did nothing wrong. That's the thing that's really making me mad. We didn't do anything. We're continuing to investigate the issue.
The thing is, that they publicly made it seem so that they were like, oh, it was just a fix that we put in. But it's like, no, they just rolled it back and made it so that you can't apply the mod anymore.
Yeah.
Come on.
Because it wasn't fair for console players.
And the worst part is you could have just he actually wrote it down in a Twitter post that how to apply this programming to the other.
Please. You think they're going to do that? No.
Huh?
They're not going to do anything like that. No.
No, and that's why I feel bad about the Smash guys who made Project Pizzeria. Project Pizzeria is the best netcode I've ever seen for a game like Smash, and it works perfectly. Nintendo won't listen. And so we are what we are. Yeah, good job. No, Project Pizzeria, Carlos, not Project Mario 2. But another thing, But one thing I actually want to talk more about is I think
Carlos, wash your mouth out. Never say Project M ever again.
I said Project Mario 2.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
That doesn't exist.
Project Pizzeria is a good game.
Shout out to Gimmer.
Yeah, I feel like currently I think I want to talk about too is like I want to say, is this genre dead? And this is actually a question I want to ask.
Fighting games?
No, not fighting games. This particular genre. I think if you all played it before, is the team shooter genre kind of dead?
No, it's just oversaturated.
It's oversaturated.
But it's not dead.
All the top games have just, and all the top team shooter games, excluding Counter-Strike, because that's a job. They're just like losing more and more player base, more and more. If viewers.
You name a game, I will quickly tell you why I feel that game is going down.
Okay, give me I would say what's the Rainbow Six game? The one you could play Siege, yeah. What's the problem with Siege?
Siege is actually doing pretty well. They listen in.
Yeah, ever since their resurgence and everything, they've been done extremely well, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
They're doing good.
All right, let's see another team. Overwatch, we know the answer to that one. Jeff Kaplan, lol, that's the answer.
Esports, baby,
esports.
That's what happened in Overwatch.
Overwatch, yeah. So that's Yeah. Destiny is not a team shooter. That's a self-sacrifice shooter.
It is not.
very different.
Yeah,
it's not. I'm joking. It's not team. The only team you need is the last word. That's it.
That's getting nerfed.
Yeah, it's getting nerfed. The reason why I asked this is because I've seen a lack of disinterest in team shooters recently, and I've seen a lot of YouTubers who dedicate to stop playing it. Even people who play battle royales have stopped playing battle royales or try to mix it up because the battle royale genre is not oversaturated. It's just like
if you talk about that, it's again the big games, even though they're horrendous, Overwatch still gets played.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of people, when you talk about streamers, it comes down to which game is going to get me the most people checking out my games, and that's what's happening with a lot of streamers.
Yeah,
they don't want to see a game that's not good or not fun, which is why Fortnite still keeps continuing to do well, even though it's not a team-based shooter. Everybody and their mom streams Fortnite.
Yeah.
If you go to Twitch right now, it'll show you which games are up there. And like I said, surprisingly, Overwatch is still up there. Overwatch is still one of the bigger games being played on Twitch.
Agreed.
Is that because like the enthusiasts are still going to watch their favorite players play?
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
but I feel like compared to like certain games, like a game can have its peak and then its max. Like Dragon Ball Fighters as a fighting game is still maintained it, even though they have made many changes to it. Even now, you have to make your own triple assist situation. They have made several buffs to all the characters and nerfs. Brawly is now more viable than he should be, in my opinion. That's just me.
It's because they listened to the community. The community kept saying, "Hey guys, you need to fix this, or we're done."
Right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting. Like I want to say games that have slightly over hardcore or that's still older. So like, for example, Tekken 7 just was revived 2-3 years ago. And shout out to the Tekken community, and people are still playing and doing well.
Because Tekken 7 is amazing. It's probably one of the best games in the series out of Tag
3.
2.
No, Tag 2 is busted, dude.
What? Tag 2 was amazing.
You can die in one touch in Tag 2. Just one. Tag 2 is the marvel of Tekken.
That is Tekken.
That's not Tekken.
That is Tekken.
Tekken 7, you don't die in one touch. Maybe 3 max.
No, you don't do that in Tekken 7. That was one of the biggest things people complain about when they were working on Tekken 7. I don't want to get caught into this long ass string combo off the ground, off the wall, into another string, and then die. Because we've seen people do this in Tekken Tag, and it's like, forget it, you're done. You can't play again.
And then what's my tag cancel? Like it begins all over again.
Yep. No. They changed that. I mean, Tekken Tag 2 was great. Tekken 3 was great as well. But Tekken 7 is an amazing game, and I'm glad to see that people still play a game even after Soul Calibur 6 came out, and people were like, "Yeah, we're gonna still play Tekken."
It kind of makes me scratch my head. It's like these big mainstream games that have the big mainstream appeal, or some of them are dead on arrival, or they can't maintain after the period of growth, and it makes me scratch my head. Like, what's going on here? Are these genres just don't work anymore, or what's
there's too many games. There's too many games in the genre. There's just too many games. Like, I'll give you a classic example: Division 2.
Yeah,
their new expansion. Everybody says it's amazing. I'm still hesitant to put the money down to play it, but everybody's saying it's great. Okay, fine. And then we got Square Enix and People Can Fly working on Outriders, and I'm like, this game looks a lot like these other games. I'm not sure I want to play this game. And then I went to the panel at PAX East, and I was like, yeah, this is not very appealing. I don't know about.
And that's the latest. That's the latest. DLC update to the Division.
Warlords of New York. Great game. No, not for that. Not for that. For Outriders, the new game.
Outriders. Outriders. Okay.
Yeah, the new game that's in development for Square Enix is coming out for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and PC, and it doesn't look interesting. I'm sorry, it does not look interesting. I can't say that I won't play it because they've got some months to go before it's finished, and they may just push it back.
Do you think the game virus
it might get pushed back?
Do you think the game is because it's an alpha they're reviewing it, or it's just an actual beta? Because some developers have been trying to give more alpha access lately with Steam, as well as Guilty Gear Strive. That game is an alpha. We'll play an alpha game rather than a beta game. You think that's it, or it's just you don't think it's alpha? Okay.
No, it's not even has nothing to do with the development cycle. It's a me too. It's a me too. Hey, I'm doing the same thing that Destiny 2 is doing, that the Division 2 is doing. And it's like there's not enough space for all these games to do the same thing.
That's the thing. Yeah, there's too many overlapping concepts, and that's like a huge deal. Like, even if it may seem as unique as possible, like the whole like magical shooter thing, or just like special ability shooter in general, Stuff with like the Division 2, like you have like special equipment that you can use. I don't play the game, so I don't know much about it, but for that specific reason, actually. But I don't play the game because there's pretty much an overlapping like specific archetype of like a team shooter or something like that to that effect. You have your standard guns, maybe 2, maybe 3. One of them might be super special, who knows? And then you have your main equipment, your situational equipment, and then your uber super special equipment that you can use sometimes.
Right.
It's just like all of this stuff is so very much just like, here's the formula, we're going to iterate upon it, and
then here comes random drops. You kill XX enemy in some situations.
Yeah. It's just everything is becoming too samey, and like there is plenty of opportunity for somebody to do it better than the other, but at the end, they are still doing very similar concepts. Like, it's hard not to get a feeling of like, I played the Division, and it feels like if you just put Destiny into a modern scenario sometimes, and it's just like, how can you not feel that? Like, there's got to be a way to make this different.
And I'm not saying, I'll let you start a second. It's not that I'm hating on this game. I any game that comes out that seems promising, I want them to succeed. But again, it goes back to there are too many games doing the same thing. If you look at Outriders, just for a second or for a couple of moments, you would think you were looking at the Division 2. Yes, it has supernatural powers and things like that. Great. But it looks the same. Even the UI looks damn near identical.
It does.
Yes, it can get changed later on in the development cycle, but right now, when you're trying to generate hype, it doesn't look good. And the fact that you're only flying out certain people to check out the game instead of saying, "Hey, gaming world, this is our game. Check it out."
Even regardless of that, I think aesthetically, like the game just does not look very interesting. It's very muddy. It's very much just like, here's the standard loot that you get at the beginning of the game, and it's just like brown leathers, gray leathers, dark hoods, and black clothes. Like, it's just like. There's that sameness also applies to aesthetic concepts and like ideas and stuff. Like, it was kind of similar with Anthem. It was like if you kind of took like a Destiny and Division art style, mashed them together into some kind of like proto-futuristic style. Like, at the same time, there's not very many like high contrast colors. Even like the brighter colors in that game are still rustic because it's all metallic.
So how do you feel about? Right, and this is not to cut you off. So how do you feel about this game coming out later this month that I have some excitement for because I've seen Keith did a very good, interesting video on it, Bleeding Edge.
I can't wait for that game.
I'm looking for, and Bleeding Edge is it's similar to Overwatch in a team aspect. They have some similar design, maybe some little quirks here and there. But I think what Bleeding Edge does differently, it's more Quake based, less teammates, only 4 instead of 6, but aesthetically, people compare it to Overwatch, even some of the mechanics or whatever. Is that enough differentiation for you to say this game's not for me?
I don't know why people are saying.
No, I'm asking Rob this because he had a very critical answer, and I'm not trying to insult him.
No. I just want to throw in. I don't know why people are saying it's like Overwatch because it's not. It's not like Overwatch whatsoever. But I guess because the cartoon graphics, I guess people say it's like that's ridiculous.
See, now here's the thing for me, because what I get from it, the vibes that I get from it are very Borderlands-y. And like when I look at the aesthetic of it, I see, like, okay, this is very much like a Borderlands-like game. I get that feeling from it when I watch the gameplay of it. And like, it's just, it goes back into the same thing. Even if it is not technically a shooter, it is still like that team concept that I don't know. Maybe it's just not my game, but at the same time, like, I've played team shooters before, and like, I've enjoyed TF2. Didn't really like Overwatch, but I did play it, and like, I just get the same vibe from it. And even then, like, I have no drive to go out there and get it because it feels derivative, even if it may not be. It just there's nothing that's bringing me towards it.
So to answer the question of, is the team shooter dead derivative? It's the lack of innovation in the genre that makes it dead, regardless of how many versions there are. I mean, even slight differences. Like, there is none of that stand out unique. Like, for action games, Darksider 3 and Devil May Cry 5 are 2 completely different action games that have different tastes of what they want to do.
Yeah.
They're amazing, both amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to say, you probably hate me, but I like Darksider 3 a lot more than Devil May Cry.
That's a fair assessment. I personally enjoyed Devil May Cry 5 a little more than Darksiders 3, only because I feel that there was much more stylistic choice for the characters, even though you're still playing classic Dante and new Nero. New Nero's amazing.
You didn't like V?
V is a zoner. V is interesting. V, if you know how to actually spam the bird,
he's amazing.
He's amazing. You can just taunt all day and play Concerto. It's great. I love how he fits in that game. That's what I described. I thought he wouldn't.
But continue what you were saying, Rob.
So yeah. So I was saying is that really, I guess, the best way to describe it? If a genre is quote unquote dead, what it really means is there's no derivative. There's just all the deviations are the same. We've all got, as Rob pointed out, the formula.
Well, I think it's not one straight answer, to be fair. I think it's like you have a combination of oversaturation as well as less innovation. And I guess that can be applied to any game, honestly. But
it can.
In this specific scenario, I mean, this goes a lot towards like the esportsification of team shooters a lot of the times too.
I like that.
That's a really big concern, and like it happens all the time. You know, like stuff like Overwatch is billed as like, well, not even Overwatch, because I don't even think that's like a very like premier example of that. I think like stuff like let's see, like. Well, I'll stick with the Overwatch example just because I think that's
it was one of the first ones that said we're esports.
Yeah, because it kind of comes out right away and says it right. And like, you know, I come from a grassroots perspective, so that immediately turns me off. But even if you're somebody who enjoys like professional production, you know, high stakes, like high payouts, like the publisher is behind this esports, like if a game straight up comes out and says that it is esports or is gearing towards that within like the first few months or so, like it almost comes to the point where it's like, okay, so then what was the point behind making this game? Was it because you wanted to make a really cool team shooter, or was it because you wanted to make something that a lot of people are going to watch on Twitch?
Case in point, it's just like that new game from Riot, the new first person shooter.
Yeah, what's it called?
Right.
Valorant.
Yeah, Valorant. Yeah, that's what it's called. And like there was like another the Darwin Project. Do you remember that battle royale that came out a while ago?
Oh yeah.
That was. Do you remember how they off that game?
Not even that. There was another one before that nobody plays anymore. Do you remember what it was?
Ooh,
I don't know.
As a shooter, I can't remember.
Are you talking about Ring of Elysium?
MOBA.
There was another one
before Ring of Elysium.
Realm Royale. Remember that one?
Oh, Realm Royale. Oh,
remember that?
Yes.
That game died off really
I forgot about that game.
Yeah.
Died off very fast.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's just like, the Darwin Project is also a prime example, actually. This is the one I was originally thinking of. Mm-hmm. You know how they revealed that game? I think it was at the PlayStation conference. They revealed that game by literally starting with a sportscaster come out and saying, all right, y'all, we're getting into this. Like these, just like the classic, like, here's the next game happening. Here's these pro players or whatever. And they have like, people from the dev team playing the game and showing it off. Right. It's just like, they have like this sportscaster in the background, like trying to generate hype and like getting people excited. But like, you're just trying to force it at this point. Like there's a clear indication of what you want is you want this game to get super popular and you want people to watch it. And you want people to pour money into it and go to these events and stuff. Like it's not just like trying to make a good team shooter or a good battle royale. It just turns into this idea that like, here's something that we are going to monetize for a long time. Hope you like it. And then it just like, it's hard not to be off put by that, whether you like that kind of game or not.
Right. And I think that's a way to describe it too. I agree. It's like the esports verification of games have turned it to where some people who are into esports or essentially, esports in itself is its own hustle, and that's a whole different topic we can get into another time.
Yeah.
But the idea of people like who made a career playing various esports games or being parts of esports scenes, go from game A to game B to game C to game D. This helps them out completely. Go from A to D, right? Yeah. But for a person who wants to play the game to enjoy it, it kind of can't be that way too. As well as a lot of games get away with having less features of a full game because it's esports. I mean, perfect example is I crap on a lot. Street Fighter V, because of esports, it was a game a Street Fighter game, no story mode. It had it was bare bones because it was esports. Yeah. That's a crap excuse.
I forgot about that too, because when that game came out, it was literally like, this is basically early access, but we're not going to say that because it's a Street Fighter game. It wouldn't make sense for us to say that.
But we're going to say it's esports. Capcom Pro Tour, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, I think Killer Instinct did the model properly. That's just me.
I agree, but Killer Instinct.
I honestly think that Street Fighter V got better over time.
It did,
and I think that's like not something you can really argue. But like, God, when that game first came out, there's nothing there. There was nothing there for you to play unless you were specifically like, I want to be pro at this game and I want to play this game competitively and I want to do it online.
Yeah,
that was all you had. If you wanted to play arcade mode, not there. If you wanted to do survival mode for whatever reason, it was just worse arcade mode. You could, but are you going to spend $60 on that and then do some combo trials and then leave? Like, you know, what are you going to get out of the game when you spend $60 on a game that just does not have much content, has a story mode that's coming out later, which granted is free, but still have to wait. It just it should be off-putting. That kind of game should be off-putting.
I think that's it too. It's like they can make a bare bones game, just call it esports to throw it in. And the problem is that Overwatch, in my opinion, has lost a lot of its fun factor because it has esports. And because it's so esports, it's so team driven, and we're so driven for it, you kind of feel like you peaked out of it, and it's like, well, I can't do anything else. All I can do is just crank up and play casual. There's only 2 modes I have, and maybe that arcade mode randomly if something comes up. But
and here's the thing: when that game first came out, it wasn't anything to do with esports. Eventually, they were like, you know what, we want to get this game involved in esports, and then I felt that's when the game started going downhill. They started changing up things. They started changing the meta. They started changing the bouncing, and then people like it just came out with a new game mode not too long ago. And I forgot which one it was because I don't play the game anymore. But it allowed you to play without a tank, and then they got rid of that.
Yeah.
That was weird, but whatever. Anyway, what else you got? Because it looks like we're gonna wrap up soon. So.
All right, before we wrap up, I guess we could do what we usually did at the beginning of the podcast. We do it now. Talk about games we recently played.
Oh man,
I thought about that as soon as we started. I was like, we skipped that part, didn't we? And I didn't touch on it because we wanted to hop into our stuff right away. And I was like, okay, we got it.
So I'll start off since I mentioned it. The games I've been playing lately, obviously, Devil May Cry 5. I've been playing a lot of my mobile phone games. I've been playing Brawl Stars, which is a game that has an esports scene, but also designed for casuals, which is big brain stuff right there.
I'm sorry, what game is this?
Brawl Stars by Supercell. It's really fun. I recommend it. I've also been playing Mana Strike by Netmarble. That's also kind of fun. I've been having some problems with meta, but I've been playing that less. And I also been playing. I haven't played much of my indies games on my computer lately, but I have been playing a lot. Like I said, a Final Fantasy demo, and I also been playing I Am Setsuna. I recently got a chance to pick that up, and I enjoy it.
Great game.
That's great game. Yeah, the music and pacing is just well done. It's a game that gets by with its limited graphics, and I feel it's such a good game because. But that's what I've been doing lately. Rob, tell us about The Last Word. How much you love when they get buffed. That's how much for The Last Word to get buffed.
Oh man, I feel bad about the Last Word getting unbuffed, but in terms of games that I've been playing, yes, I've been playing Destiny 2. I did end up getting kind of like the last thing from the season pass that I wanted to get, and so I'm kind of all set. I'm just gonna wait till the next season comes out, which is not too long. It's only a couple days now, so I'm really excited for it because there's a lot of cool changes that I like a lot about the way PvP is gonna work and just in general abilities and stuff. Warlocks are getting the sweet melee buff that I've been waiting for so long.
Oh yeah,
it just only makes sense, and they should have done it a long time ago. But anyway, I'm excited about that, and I'm excited to actually jump in and do trials, which I'm hoping a certain somebody will want to join in on at some point.
At some point, yeah, we have to figure out how the pointing works.
Rob,
one
Steve
question,
from over there, yeah.
Steve, one question I want to ask you: how you feel about the Destiny? I guess the season content. This system's been in place, I want to say, hopefully about a quarter or two. But how do you feel about it compared to other games that run season systems?
I am glad you brought this up because I'm not really too sure how I feel about the seasonal content, because I like the idea of having some vague little hints dropped in between different events throughout the season, especially with like the cinematic with Osiris and the Warmind setting up for the new season. Love that so much. Very cool, because it's like I will always appreciate Destiny in the fact that it knows how to drip feed little stuff in between that you may not notice right away, but if you read about it on Reddit or you read it about it just in any kind of fan piece or whatever that's talking about, oh, here's what's coming, like I looked into it the other day about there was a Reddit theory that somebody put up recently where the Telesto, the fusion rifle, has literally been gripes about the weapon aside. For some reason, the lore and the ornaments that have been coming out for the gun have been foreshadowing each event that has happened in the Destiny lore so far, because it starts with the Telesto was
actually that rifle to hell too.
Oh yeah, they destroyed it. Yeah, they made it.
They had to.
Worse. Yeah, because it broke the game like twice. It was like 3 times or something, twice or 3 times where they just made PvP unplayable. But the really cool thing was like the lore of the gun was foreshadowing the events that would happen in Forsaken, talking about a certain Aldrin Sov and what he would do to try and become all powerful, and all the stuff that happens, and like it foreshadows Cade dying, which is crazy, and like all this stuff is in like a lore entry for the gun, and it's just there, and people like decoded it and stuff, and they find that out, and they're like, oh, that's insane. And like the stuff with Aldrin Sov, like we know that he has come back to life. We saw that cinematic, and then
waiting on that.
Yeah. And then people started reading this lore. I forget where they got it from, but they found a lore piece that was basically detailing where he had been. And it didn't specifically mention him, but he is now a Guardian. He was brought back to life, and he's now a Guardian who is like universally hated by everyone else because he killed Cade, obviously, but he doesn't know that because he has amnesia. Because the lore in Destiny is that if you die and you come back as a Guardian, everything but prior you completely forget. So it wipes your memory. And it's just super interesting because it's just this whole lore diary portion where he's just like, he's living in a container outside of the city, only taking missions when he has to, and he's just kind of keeping his head down and working. And he has no idea that he did all this crazy shit and like murdered one of the key players in the entire game. Like it's just beautiful. I love the way that they can take.
You need to give me that link so I can read that. That sounds amazing.
I will definitely send it to you because it's really interesting. But I guess going back to the overall point now that I'm done gushing, I like the fact that the seasonal content has been kind of coming out. There is the issue of it being kind of samey, which happens a lot with like the Sundial. The Vex Offensive, it's literally just
not a fan of Sundial. I hated it.
It's literally just, if you tick a horde mode and then put it into certain areas, and then you made it so like a wave based, capture this area, kill all these people, move on. It did that a couple times, and I get it. They're going to be doing the same thing with Season of the Worthy to some extent. They're actually adding in some new lost sectors, which is really cool. So they're at least doing something different, but they're adding in something again, which I like a lot. But I do, gripes aside about stuff that's kind of the same. I think they're doing a really good job in just kind of keeping players around, not necessarily like creating like a FOMO, but more so just like it is a reason to come back every once in a while, even if you're not going to participate that much. I personally did not play this season that much. I didn't really want to. I understood that the Vex Offensive was pretty cool when I played it, and I enjoyed it a lot. Didn't even do the last boss for that one. And the Sundial, I participated in a few, but I just, I had no interest in it. And like getting the lore and stuff that you can read about is super interesting. But if the gameplay is not that much the same, I just kind of stick to the stuff that I enjoy playing in Destiny. And getting that kind of stuff sprinkled in between is nice. And, they may go in because they've read complaints about the stuff where things feel samey and whatever, and they're going to try and make things a lot better. And but all that stuff aside, like I think they've just done a really good job of kind of giving reasons for players to come back, even if they don't want to participate in the new content, which I like a lot. So
I agree with Rob on that part because you know what, I'm going to wait. I'll wait till my part comes up. How about that, Rob? Continue. I don't want to.
Right. We were talking about games in general. I forgot. But yeah, so I've been doing that. I'm not really sure how much I can talk about it, but I am playing Persona 5 Royale. And so I don't really want to dive in too much.
I'm a Persona person. I've already had access to a foreign version, so.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, I've been playing through it. It is actually my first Persona game, period.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah, I'm sure if you wanted to play it, but you need to edge him on there. He needs to play it.
Yeah. No, I've actually been thinking about playing it and picking up Royale on its own. So this is actually a great opportunity for me to actually want to go in and play it, because I've just never played a Persona game, and I like JRPGs, even though I can't be very selective about it.
Before Golden, because the starting point for Persona I recommend is 4 upwards.
You gotta have a Vita though.
Oh, you can just play 4. 4 is fine. I don't recommend 3 as much, because 3 is extremely depressing as a game.
You need Gold. Golden is so much better than 4.
Yeah, I agree. Golden's better than 4. I know. Yeah. Like getting a Vita, though, I don't want to make a guy hunt Vita down.
Hey, Sony, how about bringing that game over to the PlayStation 3, 4, 5?
Oh, man. Yeah. I mean, personally, as a Persona fan, I personally want to remake 1 and 2. Oh, in the Persona 5 Royale, does it have the other battle theme music for free, or you have to...
You can't say anything. You can't say anything. Not on stream. Maybe off stream.
I want to know if they're going to give those nice kids those other music we've been asking for.
There are some changes right away, but
obviously.
I can't obviously go into detail. I don't think so.
Obviously, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, all of the stuff that was in the base game is still there for the most part. Like it's still going to start you off with all the bangers that you know from Persona 5, like all of the really great music and stuff.
Bangers.
Yeah. I'm just really excited to get into it, because I've always wanted to get into the game, and now that I actually have a chance to do it, it's going to be really exciting. So I've been doing that.
Thank you, Sega.
Yeah. Big shout outs to Sega, because that's, I don't know, it just gives you an opportunity and an excuse to go out and get the game and play it. So I'm really excited for it. And then let's see. Other than that, I got the Spiritfarer demo, which I'm really excited to play.
You told me about it. I would love to actually try it myself too, because it sounds like something in my alley.
I played it at PAX, and I really enjoyed it a lot. I don't even think I got to talk about it when we did our initial PAX podcast, but I really like the game a lot. So now that I have a demo,
go for it. So get these people hype about this.
Fuck the timer. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit you with it, because I think this is such like a really cool indie game, and
you know, I'm an indie guy.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, you are this character named Stella, who has been given essentially the role of the caretaker of the dead. So and as dreary as it sounds, just stick around, because it's actually complete opposite of that. Basically, you are the caretaker of the dead. You have to take care of spirits who take the form of these like animal, like fantasy, like physical appearance that you have to kind of guide with them on this boat that you have. You have like this ferry that's supposed to bring them to the afterlife. And so basically the main core gameplay loop of this game is that you are building up this ferry and making it as comfortable as you can for the spirits who are now with you. You are going to have individual relationships with each one, and they're all kind of like different types of people. Like one of them is like the frog, who is like the obsessed with food guy. He's like a connoisseur and stuff like that. So you get to like talk with him about food. Like you do a lot of fishing in the game, so you have to cook him up some food and stuff. And like you have some other characters, like this snake character who's like a grandmother-esque and is all about like Zen and peace and everything. And like there's just all these sorts of different characters that you can pick up and bring on this journey. And for each one, you have to do quests for them to pick up certain like heirlooms or re-experience memories that they had in their physical form. And like from there you get to kind of give them their peace and you know, allow them to kind of live out their last dying wishes before you bring them to the afterlife. And what I love about this game is that it's as much dread as it would sound like when I describe it. There's absolutely none of it when you play the game, which is incredible, because it's super charming. It's all high contrast colors and really interesting art style. It's all hand-drawn animations, which is really cool too. So it's got a lot of character, and I love the fact that it's just, you know, you get to just have these relationships with the characters and stuff and just talk to them. There's even like a dedicated hug mechanic where you can just like, you know, make them feel better. And like, it's all about just pure charm and just happiness and acceptance, which is like the big theme of it, is that, you know, learning to let go and say goodbye to your loved ones and stuff like that. And it's really cool.
A movie I saw this weekend. If you guys have seen the new Disney Onward, they talk about themes like that.
The wife and the daughter.
I said talk about themes. I didn't say it's a spoiler.
The wife and the daughter came back and seen it today. You know, like, you should go see this. That, and I'm like, why? It's like, this is a really good movie, and it's gonna make you cry. I'm like,
Yeah, it will.
Why do I want to go see this movie? It's gonna make me cry.
Because you need to touch your emotions, Keith. You have been talking to the wife. Like, anyway.
Even though I'm a very manly person, and I may look like I'll beat you over the head, I am very emotional, and I do cry at movies. I do. So.
No, but it also is. If you have a chance, I would like to look. If this game's on Steam, I'll try to support it because I definitely like to see it. And by the way, the things you're describing are things that you would like about the Persona series. You would like Persona 4 because of that. Characters go through the same thing of that and better. So social links.
Yeah, there you go. Sweet. Yeah, no, I am very excited for it, and I can't wait to play the full game and stuff. And I'm gonna hop into the demo soon too, so it's really good.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. I want to probably get into that if I can.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's it for me.
All right, so I've been playing a lot of Destiny 2. Just like Rob, I've been playing some elimination and PvP with Austin.
Ooh, yeah.
Because he's a big Destiny fan. So maybe we can get some trials going. That's all we've been doing. It's pretty much getting ready for trials.
Well, we got our 3 right there. That's perfect.
He is really good with snipers, and he uses a controller. He's damn good. Surprised on the PC.
Streaming on Twitch the other day. I was like, is he playing with an Xbox controller? That's
insane. He is. I wonder if it's because it has the auto aim assist with the controller in there. I don't know. I didn't ask him.
It's for controllers for Destiny is a soft lock to help auto aim, but it's not enough to make you like.
Do they have that on PC as well?
Keith.
Yeah, he's good. He's damn good. So yeah, Destiny 2. It's because of him. I've been ignoring the season, and then he was like, "I'm grinding out my season" because he showed me exploit. Not really an exploit word. If you can basically go to the moon, you keep getting quests from the quest giver, and you can get as many bounties as you want as long as you have enough glimmer, and keep doing it. People have been racking out their season doing it. So I started doing it yesterday, and I'm at 45 now. I was at 29. I've been ignoring the season because the season pass grind wasn't very rewarding as compared to the last one. There wasn't anything on the weapons list or gear list that I really wanted, so I ignored it. But I did pick up the weapon trophy. What is it? Trophy Hunter. I got that, and I stopped. I don't really care. I am looking forward to the new season. Looking forward to the lore. I love the fact that we're dealing with the war mind Rasputin. He's always been a fascinating part of the lore in Destiny 2, and I love the fact that we're knowing more about it. Other than that, I've been playing Foregone, the game we talked about, the Dead Cell Dark Souls like 2D game.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I know it's a good game. I've seen.
It's a good game.
I'm sad it's on EGS though. That's a waste of potential.
The developer sent out a code to us, so thank you again for that code, guys. We did an interview on them at PAX East. Love that game. They're actually going to put our interview on their website, so that's cool.
Oh, that's great. All right. Well, I won't say it's a waste on EGS anymore. I'll be polite. I wish it was. I just think that indie games should be as more open on platforms.
I agree with you 100%. I'm at I don't like the fact that, and I don't want to preach that a game is on a certain platform and you have to choose. There should be options, which what we're seeing with Cyberpunk 2077. It's on Steam and
I can't believe it's on that. Like, oh my lord, it's just like blam.
What else is it? There's another game coming up from Microsoft that's going to be State of Decay 2 is now also going to be on EGS now. As far as in Steam and Microsoft. So we're getting some games to do that. But honestly, outside of that, I haven't been playing much. I've been going through my PAX East footage and finishing out some things and getting out as much as I can because I still got a lot of PAX East stuff to go through. But Destiny 2 will be the game I'll be playing for a while, which is funny because I was burnt out and I stopped playing. Then I'm back again.
Dude, Trials has a way about it, man. It's bringing me back. I can't wait. I want to hop in this weekend. I'm so excited.
And you know what? And you know what I'm tired about Destiny 2? Mother effing Beloved and Mother effing Revoker and Mother effing Mindbender's Ambition.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that there's a lot of hand cannons that are getting nerfs. Except for the last word. But even then, the last word nerf that is coming is strictly for like ADSing and stuff, which is like not what you're supposed to do with that gun anyway. So I'm not worried.
Yeah. The freaking Mindbenders, holy shit, dude! Titan slide. You don't even see the animation at the time. It's just you're dead. Like, what killed me? Oh, Mindbenders, it killed me. Oh, okay. Whatever.
Well, all jokes aside, from a competitive standpoint, I wonder will we go back to the scout rifle hunter days, or we're gonna go back to Titans?
I tell you what, we're gonna see. We're gonna see auto rifles galore.
We're already seeing them now. We are already seeing.
And have you seen the buffs that they are getting? The buffs for auto rifles are insane. The damage buffs are huge. Body shots, precision shots, they're all insanely faster now.
I think what's happening here is the developers are hurting the people, because when you play PvP, there's a meta, and it's hand cannons and it's sniper rifles and shotguns and close. If you ain't playing with those, you ain't winning.
Yeah, there's very few submachine guns that are worth it. You either have the Recluse or
there are none. The Recluse they nerfed.
Yeah, they even then, but it's still good though. That's the problem.
It's good. It's a sleeper weapon, but only if you get close. And at the same time, you got the Mindbender freaks out there, and the Dust Rock Blues, the other shotgun that wrecks your face. Pretty much any shotgun right now will wreck your face.
Look, all I want is that the hurt boxes for Guardians, when you have any kind of hand cannon, should be reduced.
I agree.
The footage of that is insane, and I just don't get it. It's why everybody uses the spare rations. It's why everybody uses Ace of Spades. It's why everybody uses the Crimson, which is insane. It just doesn't make sense to me. You could do a headshot from over here. I get headshotted.
I was talking to Austin about this last night. So talking about the whole scout rifles and whatever Stu at the time. I'm looking at the hand cannons and I'm looking at the scout rifles. Like, the scout rifle was supposed to be the superior weapon over distance against the hand cannon, but these hand cannons have some ridiculous range. Like, why am I using a scout rifle anymore? They can hit me across the map, and the scout rifle's like, well, we can't hit you from there.
For any mid-range encounter, if you have spare rations, you're better off using that over Might Multi-Tool, over any other scout rifle that you have. It's insane.
It's ridiculous. Yes, please. I hope that changes, because I love scout rifles. I love being able to control my fire.
I love my multi-tool. It's great. I love using that weapon.
And Randy's, I love it, but it's useless most of the time. It's completely useless. It hurts.
I feel like a scumbag because I'm the only one who here actually like shotgunning dudes down as Hunter, or it's me.
Getting that free shotguns, you can't nerf the shotguns.
Exactly.
If you nerf them anymore, they're just bad, and they'll never be good. Like, you're better off just using a sniper rifle at that point, because you'll get the same outcome. You know, it's just like
just give them more ammo. Yeah, you go. You're good now.
I do wish that the special ammo wasn't as sparse as it was, but only by a little bit. Only increase it by a little bit.
Yeah. Well, can I still run around? I don't think I can run around Infinite Sword anymore. Those were fun times.
Swords are useless. You cannot.
Infinite. He wants to about Infinite War. So like, that was a good week of winning. That's why
I don't think I've ever seen anybody recently play with swords.
I have not seen a single PvP sword ever. Period.
Yeah. Don't waste your time. All right, we're going to close it because we're probably going to talk Destiny 2 after the podcast. Rob is like, guys, we got trials coming up this Tuesday. It's going to be great. Well, no, it's not, but it's going to be fun. So once again, thanks for checking out the episode of Spectator Mode Podcast. We're not going to say the name of the beer virus because YouTube will demonetize our videos, which sucks. Once again, you can find our videos. Well, actually, you can find our audio on audioboom.com, Google Podcasts, iTunes Podcasts. If you go to iTunes, please give us a rating. Just give us a review. It helps us. iTunes is the bottom to the top. And the more exposure we have, the more you get to hear from us. It'll make us want to do it. Spotify, we're actually on Plex now, and wherever else gaming podcasts are. Also, check us out on youtube.com. We may start streaming on Twitch. I might leave Mixer and go to Twitch.
Oh, well, you should have done that to begin with. I mean,
what did you say? What did you say, Rob? What did you say?
I said controversial, maybe?
Controversial? Like, you should have...
I don't like Twitch's handling of the guidelines and the rules, but Mixer seems to be going the opposite direction very fast.
It's there is one particular spot that you're probably better off streaming on. Not gonna say who, but
Are you gonna say Facebook gaming?
Yeah, Facebook gaming. That's where you need to go. Where you can go from 2,000 viewers to 200 viewers.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it another time. Maybe we'll do a comparison of this. Yeah, that'll be a good one for next podcast. We'll do a comparison of the streams. Yeah. All right, folks. So thank you for watching. We are going to get out of here. Carlos, as always, a pleasure talking to you, sir. You should talk to us when we're not doing a podcast. We can talk to you more. Maybe come on our Discord channel. We can talk to you. All right, guys. We're going to roll the banner, and we are going to get the hell out of here. Take it easy. What was that?